Okay, so let's continue. So now, what is the policy and the practice policy under this promoting gender equality and empower women in MDG? Okay po. So, the first one, okay, or the main goal or the policy that they follow is that girls are helped by national education policies that recognize the needs for mother tongue-based multilingual education. So educators po have shown that mother tongue education helps girls perform better, feels more confident, and stay in school longer. So they believe that the positive impacts of the mother tongue-based education may be even stronger for girls than boys, and have called for more research to add to the evidence for this. Okay? So, what do we mean by that? So, with the help of the MDG, no, women can be improved rapidly by literacy programs focusing on the local languages. So, ibig sabihin po, preferably in the combination with other participatory initiatives that enhance livelihoods, no, women could be improved. That is the belief of MDG. So, effective literacy initiatives need to be rooted in understanding and knowledge of the local language and local beliefs, the cultures and power relationship, and problem-solving system. So, language investigation, for example, can reveal important barriers and opportunities for women. So, ibig sabihin po, the policy or the focus of the policy and practice policy of gender equality and women here is that with the help of the local language and the literacy program, women's lives can be improved, diba? Because we know that we have the voice, tama? Ang mga babae daw po ay puro boses lamang kundi wala namang laman. Yun po ang sinasabi ng ibang institution, ibang community, lalo na yung boundary ng mga kalalakihan. But we believe that with the help of literacy programs, wise use of language, we could improve. Everyone could improve rather, and it could help our lives be improved, no? So, effective literacy initiatives needed to be rooted lamang with the understanding and knowledge of our local language, depending, no, on the needs of our family and at the same time in the needs of our community. Bilisan na lang po natin. So, number 4 and number 5, that is to reduce child mortality and improve maternal health. So, why language is important? Many lives can be saved through women receiving better information on. Nilagay ko na po dyan ha, para hindi na po natin masyadong ipaliwanag. For example po, sa nutrition, the important role of breastfeeding for child health and how to prevent and treat infections, diarrhea, and malaria, women need to receive health information in a language that is familiar to them and in ways that engage with their cultural context. So with the help of the language, with the help of better information, with the help of technologies using wise information, okay, women and the livelihood, the life of the children in the future, it could reduce child mortality and improve maternal health. Diba? Kapag ngayon po, pinag-usapan ng condom, ang mga contraceptives, bastos, because they do not know better information. They do not know the language that we are using, what condom is, what contraceptive is, what sex is, right? Because they do not know that specific information. That's why, with the help of MDG, or the goal of MDG is that to promote language, to promote programs that would help them understand, that would help them initiate learning language for the betterment of their own, with their family. So what are the policy and practice policy po for goal number 4 and 5 for reducing child mortality and improve maternal health? Recognizing the importance of language in the national health policies and strategies is vital to ensure that all people, okay, including the marginalized women, are reached. Researchers have provided many examples of health successes as a result of focused engagement with the local language. So with the help of our local language, people will learn how to minimize, how to reduce the production of children, no? Kaya po nag-grow, kaya po patuloy na lumalaki ang ating community. Patuloy po na, alam niyo yon, parang nagiging mangmang na lang ang iba sa panganganak kasi po hindi nila maintindihan on how to control what family is, what is the future, what is the role of the family in the community. Hindi po nila alam yung mga bagay na yun. That's why local language is really important, enable for them to learn and to know such matters. So number 6, combat HIV, AIDS, and malaria and other diseases. So why language is important? People in ethno-linguistic minority communities, or those people that in small or not familiar communities, are especially vulnerable to HIV and AIDS. We know that. Malaria and other health challenges due to the lack of essential information provided in their own language in culturally sensitive manner and by people they trust. So basically, class, the reason why is that they don't recognize education as a process of success. Right? Ito po yung mga uri ng tao. These are the part of the community that they don't want to experience education because they know or they recognize to themselves that these are just a waste of time. These are just the process that we could jump off, enable for them to succeed. Hindi na daw po ito kailangan. Pero we do not believe to that. That's why we really recognize language as a very important matter. Education is a very important thing, no? Okay? Para hindi po tayo nagiging mangmang in the future. Actually, class, marami naman bagay tayo na malalaman by our own, by our experience. Pero hindi po lahat. Okay? Lalong-lalo na po yung wiseness and correctness. Hindi po natin malalaman practically kundi kailangan natin siyang pag-aralan. So what are the policy and practice policy in combating HIV and AIDS? National policies in HIV and AIDS, malaria, and other diseases must consider how the language used can influence health outcomes. So for example, AIDS is often referred to as a deadly deadly disease, but this may create fear and create stigma and discrimination. With advance in antiretroviral treatment, HIV has also been referred to as manageable chronic illness, much like hypertension or diabetes. But, this may lead people to believe that this is not as serious as they thought. Community strategies to improve health outcomes must have defined messages that are understandable, relevant to the target audience based on available evidence appropriate to the local culture and in local language. So sabi po dyan, national policies daw po in HIV and AIDS, malaria, at yung other diseases daw po, one of the deadly causes or one of the deadly thing that might happen to people that do not use language po, no, is that they realized or they recognize HIV is mababaw daw po na sakit kumpara daw po sa hypertension or diabetes, which is not. But this may lead people to believe that it's not as serious as they thought. Sabi po dyan, communication strategies to improve health outcomes have to define messages that are understandable. Ibig sabihin po, it is relevant to the target audience based on available evidence appropriate to the local culture and in local languages. So, it is very important to learn or to communicate, to eradicate this type of diseases with a form of communication. Kaya po tayo may mga seminar, kaya po tayo may mga webinar or may mga joint programs na dapat pong salihan para po matuto tayo, para po maging aware tayo sa mga bagay na to. That is the goal of the MDG. Okay? Kaya, class si MDG po, siya po yung pinaka-head sa worldwide ng mga programs po that is more on seminars, more on talks po on how to prevent such things which are under this goal. Okay? Number 7, ensure sustainable development. Sustainable development needs to needs the participation of all groups, especially ethno-linguistic minorities who depends on the healthy ecosystem for their survival and future. Yet minorities' distance from the world centers and languages of decision-making and power makes them vulnerable to exclusion and marginalization. Diba? Lalong-lalo na po kapag ang tao is nakatira po sa type of community that has no plants, no trees at all. 'Di ba? Sila po yung mga tao na nakatira, for example, in Tondo, Manila, no? As in squatters area na lang. They are not informed of that is the importance of the ecosystems. That's why we really have to use language, we really have to read books, we really have to communicate, enable for us to learn what are the vital needs of our community to grow and to prosper. Okay? Next po, local language are crucial elements in policy planning and participatory sustainable development. Okay? CMDG 1. Okay? National education policies that strengthen mother tongues in early education are essential to strengthen local communities and increase their inclusion. So research shows that education helps in many other ways too. It can, for example, improve agricultural productivity, enhance the status of women, reproduction of woman growth rate, enhance environmental protection, and generally raise the standard of living. In addition, promoting ESD within education system can help people engage in the search of sustainable solutions at the community and wider levels. ESD class, when we say ESD, that is the environment solution. I forgot letter D. Is that development. Basta po is something engaged with the environment programs that would improve the community. So what is the help of our language in our community or in the environment growing? So with the help of that, we could do tree planting, and that is introduce an education. Karamihan po nagti-tree planting is yung mga programs, yung may mga malalaking gawain, malalaking program. So with the help of that, we could learn or we could improve our agricultural productivity and at the same time, our environment. And lastly, to foster global partnership and development. Since English language is the universal language, it could help us be fostered in our global partnership with the different countries and at the same time with the development of our country. So ICT can be a powerful tool for sharing knowledge and information in pursuit of the development goals. Right? Lalong-lalo na sa pagkakataong ito, parang ICT na yung nagpapaikot sa ating pong buhay, Tama ba? Actually, sabi ko nga nung nakaraang araw, lumaki yung issue or kumbaga napag-usapan ng sobra-sobra yung Miss Universe kasi ang tao wala namang ibang ginawa sa bahay kundi tumutok po sa social media. That is true, kahit naman si Ma'am, tama po, 'di ba? Kasi nung panahon po ni Catriona, panahon ni Pio Wars back, 'di ba? Busy tayo noon, busy sa school, parang nalaman na lang natin ay nanalo, ganun, 'di ba? So ganun po, napaka-busy na natin in social media, So we are very thankful in ICT, in the promotion of ICT, in the development of our technology, because with the help of that, we could categorize ourselves improving and knowing other learnings. Okay? Sabi dyan, in a partnership between public and private sectors must be strengthened to ensure equitable access to and relevance to the quality of ICT for all minorities. So developing and providing materials and softwares in local languages foster participation and inclusion of minorities. So one of the most important factor that we could consider in the improving of our language, in the local language, in the promotion of our local language is the ICT. Why? Because through online researching, through online surfing, we could categorize or we could gather data or informations within our countries, not just within our countries, but everything that we could know, ay nasa Google na lamang. So that's why ICT technology is very important in our local language, 'di ba? Kapag tayo hindi pa nakapuntang Baguio, nakapuntang Palawan, we can search them out on what is about their culture, what are the places that we should go there, diba? So, ICT is very important. So, what are the policies and practice policy? In number 8, MDG number 8, national ICT policies that support increased access, improve governance and infrastructure supports, and the localization of materials and software help pave the way of greater inclusions for all groups, included rural and minority populations in health, education, and livelihood development. So one of the policy of number 8 is that kahit po rural or urban places po or minority man yan na population should be an equated, equal known of the local language para po hindi lang po si rural at si major population ang nag-grow, kundi po ang mga minority population din natin. So, that is the goal of the ICT. Diba? Kaya nga po, hindi lamang po tayo nagkaroon ng Globe, Smart, PLDT, and etc. Here in Manila, but in different provinces so that we could reach out other people in the minor populations. Diba? So, choice na lamang po ni minor population kung mag-a-apply po siya or i-apply niya po yung ICT natin sa kanilang buhay or sa kanilang livelihood po. Okay? So, that guys are the MDG. Okay? So, I repeat po, when we say MDG, this is the programs. This is one of the organization that helps or promotes language as the major requirements in growing population and helping our community grow and prosper, right? Okay, so let us do a recap, a short understanding. So one of the goal of MDG is to eradicate poverty and hunger with the help of language, right? Number 2, achieve universal primary education, promote gender equality and empower women, reduce child mortality and improve maternal health, and combat HIV, AIDS, malaria, and other diseases, ensure sustainable development, and number 8, foster global partnership for development. Could you believe that? Everything of that, every goal that we have mentioned could be helped with the help of language. That is how language are important in our community. Diba? The problem here is we are not using our language properly. Not you guys, but some of the people. So we should use it wiser. We should use it in accordance with the proper and the wise use of it, because it could ruin someone's life. And at the same time, it could empower, it could change the life of a person, the life of the community, and the life of even the country if we could use or we could empower our language. Okay? So, pagyamanin pa natin ang wikang Pilipino and matuto pa tayo ng ibang language for us to better equip our own with the other people. Thank you so much, PSE. God bless and pray every day. God bless everyone.